Tonight, local groups who help refugees and immigrants find a home in St. Louis are preparing for potential disruptions under a new Trump administration. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, met with dozens of them who gathered to show solidarity with the immigrant community today. Mark?
And Mike, immigrant families who see headlines about government plans for mass deportation described feeling an overwhelming sense of fear and anxiety. Some teachers in that room told us stories about kids who leave home each day for school wondering if that might be the last time they see mom or dad. And in uncertain moments, they also described something far more powerful than that fear.
In St. Louis, love is all around, sometimes just as close as the family next door.
There is no distinction between God and neighbor, so the way you treat the neighbor is the way you treat God.
And inside this old school, standing under stained glass,
the role of the church has always been to include others.
Women of faith joined arms with local advocates to send the community around them a resounding message.
We welcome immigrants and refugees because we want to let people know that they are welcome here.
Sister Janet used to teach language class in a school much like this one.
And then after I retired, I was like, how can I use those language skills?
Now she helps her new neighbors understand each other through some of life's most difficult obstacles.
When you don't know the language and you are unable to communicate, it's a terrible sense of isolation.
They're organizing outreach efforts days before a new transfer of power in Washington, D.C.
Imagine what it is to live in fear every day.
Rabbi Susan Talvey told her neighbors her family is much like theirs.
All four of my grandparents were immigrants escaping religious persecution who had to fight for legal status when quotas made it difficult.
Sister Shawn Peters was one of 100 people packing the pews in response to an incoming government planning mass deportations.
I fear the demonization of the immigrant, the scapegoating of the immigrant, that if we didn't have them, life would be wonderful. It's not true.
I'm an immigrant as well. When I came here, I faced so much hardship.
And after waiting for years to get his immigration papers, Riz Khan now spends his weekends showing the poor and homeless they're his neighbors too.
My dad used to say that already when you go to a new country, pay your dues, work hard, work smartly, be friends, make them just like your family. If you have a piece of bread, cut it in half, give half somebody half, eat half, so you both are half full.
The International Institute and its partner groups hosted today's meeting in part to send a welcoming message, but also to plan ways to back up those words with action and plug people into resources to help them find work, maybe a government ID, or perhaps just their next meal.